This will be an introduction to how to use the member web portal for IBEW 1340. Everything's going to start from our website, IBEW1340.com. So here's what our site looks like on a computer. If you're using your phone or a tablet, you won't see all these items at the top. Instead, you're going to have to click on the menu button, or the hamburger button it's sometimes referred to as. It's the button that has 3 dots or 3 bars in a vertical arrangement. When you click on that, you'll get to see all these menu options. The one we're interested in is Sign In. That's going to take us to the login page for the member portal. If it's the first time you're logging in, information about what your username and password is found in this blue box at the bottom. Your username is your card number, and your initial password will be your last name and the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. You will be asked to change that immediately after logging in. We're going to log in using my card number. And since I've been in before, it's not going to ask me to change my password when we log in. If that was the first time that I'd logged in, we would have instead been taken to a page that said you have to change your password. And at that point, it's like any other web page. You just have to pick a new password. If you ever forget your password or need to reset it, you can give us a call at the hall. We have the ability to look it up for you or change it for you. After you change your password, you'll be taken to a page with all of your personal contact information. So your address, your phone number, your email address, all of that stuff. And you have the ability to update it right here from the member web portal, and all that information will go directly into the system at the hall. So you have a nice, easy way of changing all of that stuff yourself and seeing that we have the correct information on file for you. If all your information is correct, you can just hit save and continue on with what you're doing. After you've logged in once, any future time you log in, you'll be greeted with this page. And this page contains just announcements that we've put up. So right now, the announcement is that we ask that you please review the referral policy. The referral policy was updated and is effective as of 1/1/2025. To review the referral policy, the Documents drop-down has the referral policy in it. Just like on the first web page, if you're not seeing these because you're on a phone or you're on a tablet, you can use that menu button, the 3 dots or the 3 bars over top of each other, in order to access this. So if we click on referral policy, we're greeted with a PDF of all the referral rules for the hall. Also in that Documents tab, we have the Inside CBA for 23 to 26. So if you need a copy of the CBA, or need access to it at least, there's a way you can access it anywhere, anytime, in case you don't have your pocket copy. From the My Account drop-down, we can access this home screen. We can access personal information. That'd be the contact info I was talking about. We can change our password. We can change our email, although that's a bit of a lengthy process because they will send you a confirmation email to prove that the new email works. And if you're not getting emails, you can opt to test your email and it'll send you one. Having access to your email is very important. That's where they send certain things like a receipt for paying your dues and also proof that you have bid on jobs. If you're here to pay dues, that's the dues drop-down. We have the option to pay dues online and see our transaction history. When we go into pay dues online, if you owe anything, that will already be showing up here, or like if you're behind, or if maybe you paid the wrong amount and you have a negative balance, that'll show up here. If you are current, like I'm paid through March, so I don't owe anything right now, you can still choose to pay ahead. Just pulling down this drop down, you select what month you want to pay through. Let's say I wanted to pay through June, and it'll do the math. It'll put together the actual dues as well as our sick fund and give you a total From there, you can hit Pay Charges, and it brings us to a credit card page. We accept Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. If you need to pay via American Express, please call the hall. We can accept it there, but we cannot accept it via this website. So enter your payment information here, hit Next. It'll ask you to confirm, and then it'll put it through. And what'll happen is in the program at the hall, your payment will be recorded, and we just have to go in the next day and print all the receipts. And then we'll mail them out to you. Also from the dues menu, we can see transaction history. And this goes back quite far. In my case, I joined in 2015, and we're able to see all the way back in 2015 when I joined. All right, registration is where you would go to put yourself on the book. So presently, I am not on any book. If I go to Manage/Resign, that's the option that's going to let us sign. So right now it says, see, no action required. You don't have any web re-sign actions to take. And active registrations, I have no active registration. For the vast majority of you watching this video, you're interested in the Inside Contract Book 1. Well, you notice none of this says Book 1. Instead, it says the actual definition of what Book 1 is, or Group 1 is, and that is Inside Contract, 4+ years, resident, and journeyman wireman status. If you're Book 2, that's going to say Inside Contract, 4+ years, and journeyman wireman status, but it's going to drop the resident part. We also have other contracts, and some of you might be registered on those at some point, but primarily we are mostly an inside local. So I'm going to register on the inside book. By the way, most of you will not see those other contracts. I see them because I'm in there for testing purposes. So if I click register, I'm greeted with a confirmation window, and I say, yes, I want to register. I was registered successfully. Now this page changes quite a bit. It tells me when I signed. It tells me when I need to re-sign. Part of the new policy is re-sign is in effect again. So from the 10th to the 16th of each month, you'll need to go in and re-sign in order to maintain your status on your book. This box is green, telling me all my registrations are up to date, and it reminds me that I'll need to re-sign at the next period. Down here, active registration shows that I'm registered on the Inside Contract on Book 1. This registration number is effectively a serial number. There's my exact date and time that I registered. And then it says I have 0 turndowns currently. Turndowns, some of you might know as dings or strikes, but this program uses the term turndown, so we're going to try to stick with that. If you fail to bid, or if you do bid and then when contacted to take the call, if you refuse it, that will result in receiving a turndown. You can have 2 turndowns with no penalty. Upon getting your 3rd turndown, you'll be removed from the book. You can immediately put yourself back on the book by going to this same page and just clicking register next to the book that you want to register on. But you will, of course, have lost your place on it. Jobs. Jobs available is going to show you all the jobs currently open. And you notice this page starts off by saying bidding is open. Bidding is based on time. At 5 p.m. every business day, bidding opens. And at 9 a.m. every business day, bidding closes. During the business day, viewing is open. And you can always come in here anytime, day or night, and see the jobs. You can see the jobs whether you are on the book or not. But to actually bid them, it has to be after 5 p.m. and before 9 a.m. And you have to be assigned on a book that is appropriate to the job call. For the weekend, bidding is open the entire weekend. So bidding would start Friday night at 5 p.m. and bidding would close Monday morning at 9 a.m. Next, we see that there are 5 jobs available. But we'll notice I could only bid on 4 of those potential calls. And we're trying to figure out, well, why is that? That is because I can't bid out of class. I'm classed as a journeyman wireman, and this call is for an inside apprentice. So it will not let you bid outside of your class. If you're in here as a journeyman wireman and you don't want to see calls that aren't journeyman wireman, we have the option to filter up here. So we can filter and say inside journeyman only, and that call drops off the list. Next, we see that here's a list of calls, and if we click on any of these on the plus sign, it'll expand and show us some of the information about that call. Turn down yes means that failing to bid on this job will result in receiving a turn down. If the job is posted and you are on the book, the expectation is that you will bid the job. So what bidding really is telling us at the hall which contractor, which job you would prefer to get. In order to avoid getting a turn down, you do need to bid on all open calls for your class. So there are currently 4 different contractors looking for people, 5 total available jobs. And you'll notice that each time I select one of those, when I go to select another option, those options have become red and I can't click on them anymore. So it does prevent you from, say, assigning 2 1s or 2 4s or whatever. I'm just going to randomly select the rest of these. And at that point, if you're done, you hit Submit Bids. You'll get a message saying that an email confirmation has been sent to your email. If you're having any problems accessing this system, please give us a call. We'll be happy to look into it and get everything straightened out. We hope this video has been informative and helpful.